Hey, greetings! Welcome back to Grit and Grace. Today we're continuing in the series where we examine the different kinds of breeds that we have right here at the Grit and Grace compound. And today we are going to take a look at the Mystic Maran. So stick around.
Which is a chicken.
Which is a chicken. As we look at this bird, we'll be examining 4 key areas. We'll look at its origin, its climate, the productivity of the bird, and its characteristics. So starting with the origins. Browsing around different sources, I discovered that Marans in their general form were first bred in the southwestern area of France in the maritime city of Maran. But digging a little further into the specifics of the Mystic Maran, it seems that this Midnight Beauty is actually an import breed from the Czech Republic, specifically being bred from a black copper Maran rooster and a barred rock female hen. So whatever the exact origins are, the motive for this breed was its rich black appearance and, of course, its most iconic trait, its rich, dark chocolate brown eggs right here. These are the beauties that these girls put out. Some of them are darker in color and some of them are more speckled, but they're all beautiful and equally delicious. All right, so as you can see, we have the bird here. As we begin to look into the climate, we'll realize that this is a dual-purpose bird, okay? So that means it's considered good and cold hardy, and it's also just fine in the summer months too. So whether you're from the Midwest or from the West Coast, or from New England, these birds should do just fine in all climates, provided that you protect it from frostbite and keep its housing free from becoming damp. You want the housing and its living quarters to be dry so that you don't cause any respiratory issues, because all chickens and poultry are susceptible to respiratory issues under damp living conditions. Now, moving on to productivity, there's nothing new here. This is a dual-purpose bird, so it's not amazing at laying eggs in terms of quantity. However, for a Maran, it does produce more eggs while requiring less inputs than a lot of its similar variations. And part of the charm, again, of these birds is the rich chocolate speckled eggs that they do produce. They're just lovely and delicious. So, honestly, you can reasonably expect about 180 to 200 eggs a year, which would be about an average of 3 to 4 per week. Now onto the characteristics. Mystic Marans are pretty recognizable and neat. They are deep black in color, and you may find some with hints of brown or incandescent green in their coloring, like this girl right here. This is Sparkles, I believe, and when she's in the sunlight, you really start to see some beautiful green iridescence come out of her feathers. It's very, very pretty. Many Marans are born with feathers along their feet, but they don't always stick around. And that's actually the case for this girl here. When she was born as a chick, she had feathering on her feet, but as she has grown, those feathers kind of disappeared. So as far as behavior and temperament, Marans are very calm, they're personable, they enjoy being held and are curious to know what you're doing and what you're up to. They aren't very loud, except for maybe when they're laying eggs, they'll squawk a bit. So they are pretty instinctive egg incubators, meaning that they will lay on eggs, but they're maybe not quite as broody as the Buff Orpington. As far as eyes go, they have some deep hazel eyes, and you will see them with their bright red comb and wattles. So that about does it for the Mystic Maran. Just to wrap it up, it's a good dual purpose, good for in moderating climates. You'll get about 180 to 200 chocolate brown eggs per year. They're personable, they're beautiful, they're enjoyable, and they'd make a fine addition to your flock if you're in the market for a dual purpose bird. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back again next time to look at the Americana. But until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep at it. We'll see ya.